pie. Gonna have to edit that out if I remember. It's like, depending where you park down here, either it's way too dark or you're under like a false sun. It is what it is. Not gonna lie, I already ate a few pieces. I can't stress it enough. Watermelon is the greatest thing in the world. It's amazing. It's a fruit, but it's also like a food. Like, if you had to choose a fruit, if you say, hey, if I had to only live 3 days off of one thing, it's a fruit. I'd rather eat watermelon for 2 days than apples for 2 days. Apples nice, but not 2 days apples. Now, if you could cook apples, dry them, freeze dry them, make them into things, that's a different situation. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? An apple is more dynamic, I feel, than a watermelon. But watermelon just is in itself, no comparison. Okay, a watermelon's like the filet mignon of fruit. Apples, though, dry them, cook them, apple pies. Ain't nobody want a watermelon pie. In fact, that sounds like some like dirty sexual thing back in the 1970s. Like watermelon pie. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound right. But apple pie, you know what I'm saying, though? Apple pie, you can't even use that in a dirty text. Like someone says, oh, yeah, gave there, cream pie. All right, bro, you owe child support now. Apple pie is American pie. I mean, apple pie is like old school. Apple pie is innocent. Apples in it. Anyways, the grapes are pretty fucking stupid. I mean, that's why you can make wine with them. But as far as just a fruit, now grapes, if you pair it with like cheese or pretzels, a piece of prosciutto or something like that, okay, maybe. But by itself, grapes, it's kind of a waste of time. And honestly, they're very testicular. When you're eating grapes, it looks like you're eating nuts. And I can't stress that enough. And I use that term loosely. Melons, cantaloupes, fantastic. Offshoot of watermelon. Watermelon's still the best, though. But melons are nice, though. They're nice. I can't. Peaches, there's a range. Sometimes a peach is a piece of shit. They're terrible. Sometimes they're awesome, Plums are nice, but they get too soft and too mushy. And it's like it gets the runs. I don't know about that. But it is what it is. Pineapple, forget about it. Pineapple for me is right below watermelon, but pineapple's very acidic, and it's great. But you can't eat as much pineapple as you can watermelon. That's my opinion on that. I just can't stress it enough. Firecracker, 3.5 by 50, $9. So you can say it's not that expensive, but it's expensive for its size. If this was a full-size cigar at this rate, 3.5, we're talking about basically $3 an inch. If this was a Robusto, 3 plus a half, $4.50 plus. You're talking this should be a $13.50 Robusto. So that'd be a higher-end Robusto, upper mid-tier. Almost getting into a luxury category. Nice construction. This is the same brand that brought you Atabase. Really nice bands. Really getting to study this. We have Ecuadorian, but it's a very dark Ecuadorian. And I'm not sure what some type of Ecuadorian Habano Oscuro. I don't know. It just says Ecuadorian. The binder, I think, was Ecuadorian. Or then the fillers was Dominican, Nicaraguan, and undisclosed. In a way, every cigar could just say that and just add undisclosed to give it some mystery. And really, that's it. They can tell you the truth. It's Nicaraguan, Dominican fillers. But just throw undisclosed in there, and you'll never know. Undisclosed, what kind of tobacco? Imaginary. It's an imaginary Oscuro. You never seen something like this. I can't stress it enough. That foot is cut razor sharp. Really nice, solid construction. Let's get a cut on this. And I got pulled over tonight after I left the gym, and I was driving here. I had a cop behind me. I'm like, oh, what the hell? And I got pulled over, and then it turned out I had my lights on, but I only had them on my daytime running lights. I played myself. And so that was funny. It was a female cop, and she was actually very polite, very nice. Anyways, I gave her my license and the other license. Just off the bat, didn't even ask, but just be polite. And then she said, "Oh," she said, "You got your registration insurance?" I said, "I do, ma'am, but there's also a firearm in that glove box, so I just want to inform you ahead of time. I didn't want to just go and reach for it, you know, you know." And just trying to be polite. And she's like, "All right, just leave it there." So she came back. She's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. Just hey, it happens." Then we ended up shooting the shit for like 10 minutes. And I showed her my watermelon, my cigars. And I'm like, "You pulled over the most boring person in this whole town. In fact, the whole county. In fact, maybe the entire state of Florida. I don't drink. I even talked about using quality soaps. That's serious." And I said, "What do I got in here? A protein bar, watermelon, and some cigars." I said, 2 stamped envelopes I got to mail because I'm responsible. I mean, this ain't gonna make you promoted pulling me over. But we ended up talking, whatever. Told her I was moving to Pennsylvania, explained why, asked her if she ever been to Pennsylvania, this and that. And eventually she's like, "Yeah, we gotta get going." Like, yeah, that's how you reverse it with the cops. You be happy they pull them over, just be like, "Great, hey, what's up? Hey, nice to see you." And they're so used to people being assholes. I get it sometimes. I get it, and whatever. But I turn into like they're an audience. I make them laugh, tell them jokes, whatever. Just because then it's like, holy shit, this guy's. Hey man, he's giving me something different. Made me laugh. Here's what it is. But it was what it was. We got that. What can you do with this? Nothing. You can save the cap. You look like. What are you gonna do with that? All right. Oh. Now, I've had this before, and I believe I enjoyed it, but I don't remember if there's different versions of the firecracker. And I don't want to be wrong on that. Like, I'm not sure in the past. Because we had the regular firecracker, but this is the Bandolero Firecracker. So firecracker is a blend. There is a United Firecracker, and there's 3 versions. But then there's a Bandolero Firecracker. So I don't know about that. So apparently I think there's 4 firecrackers. Unless there's more I'm not aware of. What the hell do I know? Soft, gentle heat. These firecrackers, though, these things got phenomenal draws. Really great construction. I will say that. Anything United, like Atabay made, same factory, good quality. If you're not familiar with this brand, it's Secret Factory in Costa Rica. Using undisclosed tobacco. Chocolatey. 75% darkness off the bat. Wow. That's medium full off the bat. Not a real strong medium full. Definitely more than medium plus. That is a firecracker off the bat. It's about 75% darkness, extremely chocolatey. Almost a little dark chocolatey, but still sweet. I feel like I just ate a piece of chocolate. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. And I did review the regular firecracker. I'm not sure which one I'm going to post first. But the point is this. This is better, but this is $3 more, though. $3 from 6 to 9. You're talking about of $6. $3 is half. That's a 50% increase. If you say, what if I buy the regular United Firecracker? And that's a great cigar. I really enjoyed it. But for 50% more money, is it worth it to get this? In my opinion, yes. But at the same time, the sun-grown, the regular United I had was still great, and it's a lot cheaper. So if you're trying to say, well, which one's better? If you're trying to save some money compared, that's 50% less cost. End of the day, you're still smoking the same size cigar. However, if you say, Richie, go fuck yourself. But besides that, I just want to have the better one. Which one's better, regular United, sun-grown, or the Bandolero? First of all, say, I forgive you for saying that, but also go fuck yourself. And now I hope you forgive me for telling you to go fuck yourself because you told me to go fuck yourself. But let's both repent and sin no more. That being said, this is better. This is, as far as cigar to cigar, it's a better cigar. However, some people like it better when they spend less money. Sometimes the cigar is the money. That's a really great cigar. That's right there, more solid, medium full. I took a deep hit of that. Cheech and Chong that shit. Rich charred wood. Nice amount of black pepper. And really nice sweet semi-dark chocolate. That's a really nice blend. It's not listed as a Maduro, but if I had to guess, it feels like a really nice Maduro cigar. But it's not listed as a Maduro, so is it some type of Habano Oscuro Ecuadorian? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna go. We'll come back later, but all I can say is a very clean finish too, though. But just like the other Firecracker, I got a feeling the finish will get stronger over time. Great construction, great razor sharp burn. Really enjoying this cigar. If you haven't tried the Firecracker Bandolero, it says 50 on it. I don't know why it says 50. 50 gauge? The place is not 50 years. But that is a phenomenal cigar, really. And at the end of the day, even they go, well, it's a small, well, it's an inch and a half off Robusto. You're getting the second and last third of Robusto. However, though, you're getting right to it. And it's $9, which if it was a mid-tier cigar, Robusto, Toro, that would be like a decent price for mid-tier. Being that it's so short, though, it's almost like this has to be more of an upper mid-tier cigar because you're getting a much smaller, less cigar for $9. It's very fine, but it's rather strong. Either way, no matter how you cut it, let's not compare it to the $6 cigar. Now let's just say, is this a good cigar? It's a great cigar. This is the winner, period, over the regular one. The regular one's great, and you're saving money. This is better, though. So you do what you want. They're both really good cigars. This is superior in blend. But it should be, because it's costing 50% more than the $6 version. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? And if you're used to smoking this cigar at $9, you're only saving a third if you go down to the $6 cigar, because you're already going to spend $6 is only a third, right? But if you were used to spending the $6 though, going up to the $9, going up is always harder, because from 6 to 9 it's the same amount, from 9 to 6. But if you're used to spending 6 and that's your budget, 9 is 3 more, but 3 is half of 6. So going from 6 to 9, to the windows, to the walls, to the swept drops down my balls, going from 6 to 9 is a 50% increase in price. If your rent goes from 1,000, right, to 1,500, your rent went up 50%. However, if your rent was 1,500 and the landlord said, we're going to knock off, well, that sounds kind of kinky, we're going to knock off these nuts, we're going to knock off 500, well, now you're only saving a third, right? Because when you have more, when you lose, when you have, does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? It's harder to go up than it is to go down. Really solid cigar. That's a box worthy cigar. Really, really awesome blend. You're missing out. If you like stronger cigars, if you like Liga Number 9s or, Padron 26 before this new batch, that kind of stuff, what a phenomenal, fun cigar. Don't let the size fool you. That is a great cigar. Deep, rich coffee note coming too. Well, we're back. Great burn. Let's get rid of that. 2 hits. What can I say about this cigar? I think you've been overlooking it. Bandolero 50 Firecracker. Enjoyable to say the least. A pleasurable, pretty strong cigar. Very smooth. .75% darkness, maybe a little more. Pretty strong, pretty heavy, medium full. Rich charred notes, black pepper. Everything's going on. But the main thing is I have nothing bad to say about it. Extremely smooth. And when you think about the quality of the cigar and the price point, then the size doesn't bother me. It's not like, well, it's $9 for a short Rothschild. A Rothschild's like a short Robusto, and this would be a short Rothschild. A height vertically challenged Rothschild. A midget Rothschild. Had some nutty characters as well. Quite complex. If you're looking for a dark, strong cigar and something new you haven't tried, different formula, check it out. This is solid 4.7. Really good recommendation on this cigar. I think they're box worthy. I think they're really reasonably priced for what you're getting for really good quality. I mean, the United Firecracker was great and it's a lot cheaper, but this is the next step up, and it should be for more cost. But I think, now if you like Atabase though, it's a lot stronger than Atabase and Byron. But if you're expecting it to be like that, it's not. It's a pretty strong cigar, but there is something to it that overall it doesn't, even the wheelhouse and maybe the strength profile and the darkness, but the actual cigar itself, the whole blend, the way it hits you, it's kind of unique. It's kind of different. A lot of Ecuadorian tobacco in this at the same time, but then it's got some kind of mystery blend. Who knows? Then there is some floral notes to this that I'm not the biggest fan of floral notes, but it's not a major part of the blend, but it's in there. And so all in all, it's a bouquet of, that's a floral pun. It's supposed to be Punisher. Stay fresh. Don't do drugs. Stay legit. So if you get pulled over because you forgot to put on you only had your daytime running lights at nighttime, you don't have to worry about nothing. It's what it is. It's what it is. I would definitely smoke this again. It's got to be like the second time I smoked this, and I have no regrets smoking this cigar. 4.7 with a big recommendation. Definitely check them out. But once again, if you're really into Byrons and Atabase, this is definitely a tier below them, but at the same time, it's also a lot stronger. So in 2 categories, it's a lot cheaper too, though. But if you're used to that silky smooth, a different level, like with a Byron Maduro or something like that, this is a different party. But for me, I'd rather buy this and smoke this. Not just the price, but this is more, stronger and not as smooth those cigars, but definitely heavier. But smooth enough. So for me, I don't need 10, 15 years of aging. This is nice. This is where this is at. is a good time. I'll see you around. Stay fresh.